What is up, everybody? I was gonna be on time tonight, and then I had a jewelry malfunction and ripped an earring out, and it was a bloody mess. And yeah, that's how my Tuesday night is starting off. So, welcome to Tuesday nights. I hope that y'all have all been very well since last week. Um, I want to say it's been a really good week, but it was kind of a blur of a week for me. Last time we talked, I let y'all all know that I was likely going to be spending my weekend in Greenville, South Carolina at AK Masters with JMac Customs and Ashley, of course, love her, the Clash Queen. But that didn't happen because I ended up sick. Been fighting a little bit of crud since I got back from NRA. And yeah, it's just kind of sticking with me. But I think we're on the up now. So here's open. I did, however, get to go to the movies twice in the last week and saw Jurassic World Dominion 2 times. Trying to decide if I want to actually say anything about that tonight or if I want to wait until I see Top Gun so I can talk about both of them at the same time. But we'll just see how the night goes. I'm not gonna plan anything out too far. What's up, Max? What's up, Adam? Glad to see y'all on here. Hope y'all had a great week this past week. Anyway, well, yeah. Hello, Randall. What's up? Y'all say hey when you're hopping on so I know who's on here. I feel like even now, still, my voice isn't quite back 100%, but we'll see. Got some big cup of water here for me too. So I thought I would be coming live from a completely different location today because I started this morning off in North Carolina. But naturally, the second I get settled in North Carolina, we find out that the contractors want to work this week at the house. So road trip to caravan actually back to Georgia. And yeah, I'm here for the contractors tomorrow to finish putting in my last 3 windows on the house. I am very excited. Backstory on that, our house has been under construction for well, at least it's been under construction for a really long time. So I can't even give you an exact timeline, but it feels like it's been like 3 years. It hasn't really been quite that long. But we've been talking about a lot of stuff. So we finally got siding, roof, windows, all mostly done. But like I said, my travel schedule and everything has been really weird this year because half the time I have been not going on trips with my husband because one of us needs to be home for construction. And I finally decided I would go with him on something. And then we both ended up back here today because of the construction happening tomorrow. So anyway, like I said, thought I would be coming at you from a different location tonight. But I'm back, and I'm back in Chad's office, and it's lovely. Update on my office is my desk is delayed indefinitely. So that's kind of a bummer. I have half of it, and we got an update that the filing cabinet part of my desk is going to be delivered soon. So maybe I can at least like set up half my desk on top of the filing cabinet or something, and we can start streaming from my room. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but it starts with an H. Thanks for being on here, JC Lowe. My weekend, I ended up sick. Continued on with this crud that I've got, so I missed out on AK Masters with JMax. But it was still a good weekend. It was a very relaxed weekend. You'd like to see Jurassic World Dominion, but I like to know what you think about it. Oh man. I don't. So I kind of want everybody to go see it because they want to go see it before I give like my actual opinion about it. I'm torn between whether I want to say what I really think yet or not. Have you seen the TikToks where it's like, I want to say yes, I want to say yes, I want to say yes, I want to say yes. I want to tell you what I think, but I don't know if I should or not. Because I think regardless of what I say, I think you should see it. I'll probably go back and watch all the other ones again just to see if I overlooked anything. But I did see it twice, so I'm still super hyped. We're gonna go see Top Gun. I thought I was gonna see it this past weekend, but we're gonna go see it for Father's Day. So this coming up weekend, I will get to see Top Gun, and I've heard really good things about Top Gun. Did anybody else go see Jurassic World Dominion this weekend? Anybody? I wasn't sure. I've been driving. I drove most of today. Like I said, I started off this morning in North Carolina, and I wasn't really sure what time I was going to get in, so I did not post that I'd be going live earlier today. So I don't know how many folks will be jumping on tonight, but Randall, you didn't see it. Do you plan on seeing it? Cowboy Jeff, what's up? Thanks for being on here. I mean, in other news though, so we are officially 1 week away from GunCon. GunCon is happening up in Brownells, or at Brownells headquarters. It's the gun collectives. They typically do a live panel at NRA, but they're doing their own standalone event this year, and it's at Brownells headquarters. I've been talking about it for the last few weeks, and I'm going to be part of the panel. So we are heading out. We decided to drive. My dad and I is we when I say we. So we are driving all the way up to Iowa. I don't know if we'll start Monday or Tuesday next week, but we are driving, and I got to work on my route. I'm giving us a few extra days. We could probably, like, if we really wanted to, like, buckle down and get there, we could do it in a day. It's like 14 hours, I think, for us from Atlanta. But we are going to take advantage of the extra time and stop a little bit. And I think we're going to try to hit up Dixie Gunworks. I'm trying to think of who else we said we definitely maybe go to. There's a really good catfish place at Reelfoot Lake. Excuse me. But I need recommendations. If anybody knows or is familiar with that route, good gun stores, entertaining spots to stop. I need to know it all. If not, I'll just let y'all know what we get into. But I thought I'd at least ask. Maybe there's some experts out there. I know I got a lot of people from Kentucky that hop on here usually. And I think the bottom part of Kentucky is on our route. We are looking at the actual route though, because I'd like to avoid Illinois altogether and either like cut underneath. When Chad and I did our road trip before in 2019, we thought we were cutting it and going like on this small road through Kentucky over to Missouri. And we were totally wrong. And we ended up going on this really long bridge and then like getting in the bottom part of Illinois for like 2 minutes and then going on another really long bridge. And the weirdest thing was that whole area was like covered in frogs. It was strange, but yeah. Road trip stories. Excuse me if I get really rambly, but if y'all join me on here any other weeks, and you know that happens quite a bit. So, you saw, Randall, where I met Autumn from Autumn's Armory. Yes, I have seen them at a lot of events lately, and I absolutely love them. Obviously, the whole dad-daughter thing is very special to me, so I love seeing them out there together. Plus, Autumn really knows her stuff. It's really cool to watch. Max, they filmed some of Top Gun at the base down the road from my house. That is so cool. I bet that was really interesting to watch. We actually just started watching Stranger Things tonight, which is totally different than Top Gun, but they filmed that in a town like just south of us. So it was kind of cool to see all the different spots in that town. And then I'm pretty sure I know whose helicopter was used in for a couple of the helicopter scenes in Stranger Things. I'm only 3 episodes in for this new season, and I am obsessed. Anybody else on here watch Stranger Things? Because pretty cool. Oh, and on that note, since we're talking about cool things in movies, has anybody seen the advertisement or the trailer for White Elephant? I think it's streaming on AMC Plus. Is AMC Plus a thing? It's streaming on AMC something or another. But sorry, I got totally distracted for a second. AMC something or another, White Elephant. If you watch the trailer for that, you may or may not notice an MG42, and it may or may not be something that we provided for the film. So pretty cool. It's a Bruce Willis movie. I think it was Bruce Willis. I got to go back and watch the trailer again. But just pretty cool to see like something that you got to help with come together. So my dad was really excited to see it. We don't have AMC Plus, so I'll have to figure out how to watch that. Or I guess we'll get it temporarily or something. But yeah. White Elephant, if you need to go watch it. I'll probably post it on my story or post a picture of it on the community channel or something. But that was a cool project. Ken, welcome to the chat. If any of y'all got into anything really exciting this weekend that you want to share, please do. Because like I said, my weekend ended up being mostly laying around. A lot of laying around, a little bit of going outside, a lot of not getting to shoot, which was very unfortunate. I was really looking forward to seeing Ashley and Justin from JMax up in Greenville. Didn't actually see any stars just fly over and say, hey, that's cool enough, though. That's like entertainment all on its own. People go to air shows, right? You got your own right in your backyard. Adam, what's up? Thank you for jumping on here. Your first live chat with us. Well, I will warn you, sometimes we get into conversations about dinosaurs and we ramble, or a couple of weeks ago it ended up being all about wrestling. So there is no telling where these conversations go, but participation from y'all helps with that. So I need the last few episodes of Stranger Things to come out. Didn't they? Wait. Okay, like I said, I'm only on episode 3. So is this like a first half, second half kind of thing, Cody? I'm waiting for that answer. I don't know if I have this on live or top comments or something. Anyway, I apologize. Your name starts with an I, and I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not going to butcher it. But thanks for jumping on here all the way from Texas. Yes, laughed. I can't really speak. Okay, Adam, since you're new here too, half the time all of my words don't actually come out as a correct word or phrase. So yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I blame it on caffeine, but it's like consistent, so don't really know. Anyway, Cody, last half drops in July. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna end up finishing binge watching this probably tomorrow or like the next 2 days. So that's unfortunate, but at least there's something like in July. So it hits June and July, and I'll be on the road next week, so I can't really watch it anyway. So I can work with this July date. I can work with that. Rachel, that's what makes your live so interesting. Is it the I don't know if you're talking about the stumbling over my own words or the random rants about wrestling and dinosaurs and all of that kind of stuff. You know, it's kind of funny. Half the time we really don't talk about guns, but we totally could if that's what y'all want to talk about. I just need crowd participation. Also, I'm fidgeting with a hair clip right now, so. Anyway. How do I send you pictures of my Star Trek models? I am computer smart, but internet dumb. So shoot them to, are you on Instagram or Facebook? Just shoot them to like my chat and I'll definitely go look. I also appreciate, I've talked about this several times. There are a lot of girls that stream or are into guns or whatever their following is on social media that have a lot of trouble with people sending them like unwanted images, and I just have to say, like, I really appreciate everybody that has jumped on here or is in my DMs, because y'all are usually sending me pictures of like your animals or a gun that you want help identifying, or your Star Trek models, or there's a guy that's been sending me pictures of some Star Wars gear he's been working on. Like, I just really actually enjoy y'all sharing your hobbies and stuff with me. Very cool. And I love my following, and I love that y'all are on here. My little Tuesday night family. Anyway, no worries. Thanks for the heads up. Yes, you have been warned, Adam. I feel like I should need like I survived Tuesday chats shirts or something. A little pin for you. Took the old muskrat out today. Musket. Okay, I was like muskrat. Do you have a muskrat that you keep in a closet or something? Like, what do you mean? But cool. That sounds like a good day. That sounds like a good Tuesday. I can get behind that. I've got a girl coming from Texas to get a free kitten for me tomorrow, and she sent me a message that her boyfriend might get one too. Hey, that's pretty cool. Then it has a friend. On that note, totally random, and I can't remember who posted it, but I was watching it was some gun channel, and it was like a competitive shooter that like pulled up, and there was a kitten walking down the road, and he got out to help the kitten, and he picks the kitten up and he was looking at the kitten, and then like 17 kittens come jumping out of grass and like running at him and circling his legs. It was like a complete kitten ambush. But I think I watched that video like 8 times. It was, and then obviously sent it to my husband because I was like, he needs to see this too. But hilarious. And glad that they're going to be taking 2 because then it has a friend. We did go in my brief time that I actually did get to spend in North Carolina in the last day and a half. We got to go back to this little pet shop that I remembered loving this pet shop. And I think I probably still would have if it wasn't so crowded because we were there on a weekend day. Anyway, I got sidetracked. But last time we went, there was like all these different conures and like really cool birds. And then this time it just was like kind of sad puppies. And I wanted to take all of them home with me. And there were some kittens that I really wanted to. I don't know why, but I'm kind of obsessed with having a black cat. And I really want a black cat. And obviously Thomas is not black and Phoebe is not black. And I need a black cat to help me with all of my Halloween dreams. But also Chad will kill me if I get a black cat. Actually, he'll kill me if I get any cat. So putting that on hold. Maybe one day. Muskrat. Sorry. I have a question. Have you shot the PKM? No, so I have not. I have. I've gotten to handle one, but I actually haven't gotten to shoot one. It's something that is on the list for me. Anybody else got things that they want or have to shoot sometime, like bucket list gun items? Let me know. You saw Randall. You saw the cat video. That's funny. I could also send tank and wars. Yeah, send me models. That's awesome. What do you think about Lego builds? I think that I like all of it, honestly. There's some like crazy stuff you can do with Legos. Like it's really surprising. Sometimes I get sucked into that TikTok. There's a TikTok Lego. There's probably several TikTok Lego pages, but I get very easily sucked into like watching different builds. I try to keep. Well, I'm not going to even lie. I was going to say I try to keep the amount of hobbies that I decide that I'm getting into down to a minimum. But if you were to ask my husband, he'd be like, yeah, she comes home every week with like a new hobby. And it's really terrible and wonderful all at the same time. But it means that I've got a lot of half-done projects. But yeah, Legos are super cool. When I was a kid, we used to have this gigantic like storage bin. And it was completely full of Legos, completely full all the way to the top. And it was at my grandma's house. So every time we would go there, we'd build like the most elaborate towers and stuff the whole time we were there. And yeah, that was good memories. Black kitten, you named. Where is this black kitten from? Felix the cat. With green eyes. Oh my goodness, beautiful. We had a white cat when I was a kid. We called her Cleo. Love it. I've had so Phoebe is my cat from she's 12 now. Phoebe's 12. And Phoebe had kittens when she was like 6 months old. And they were the cutest things ever, but they were like all different colors. And my dad used to tell everybody that they could have 3 for the price of free. Anyway, I just thought that was funny for some reason. Good memories, good memories. And then I had a cat named Moo because she looked like a cow, and she had 4 kittens. These were both supposed to be rescues, and with Moo, we tried to go through like a rescue route to like help her find a home because she was a kitten when we got her, and then they pushed us off, and then they were gonna pay for her to get fixed. Anyway, it was just like a constant. I lost a word. Anybody want to help me? We were just getting like kicked down the road on like what to do with this cat, and then she ended up getting pregnant, and then anyway, she's had a good life now. We found everybody homes, but she had very cute little babies. She had 3 that looked like cows. One of them I named Spock, and he went missing. And I swear, I don't know if it's because he was a male and there were other males in the neighborhood, but he went missing. And I swear, I'm still in the same area, and I swear I see Spock from time to time. Like he makes appearances. It has to be the same cat because he had like a very distinct. He looked just like Spock, but I swear it's the same cat, and it's been a good amount of time. I couldn't even tell you how many years, but even I've seen him and Thomas interact. Like I know it's the same cat. But anyway, now I guess tonight we're ranting about cats and kittens. Topic of the evening. Thought it was going to be dinosaurs turned into cats. Plot twist. Patrick, what's up? Glad you're on here. Randall, you're into firearms, computers, and RC cars. Yeah, I'm sure it does get expensive. I feel for my husband because I used to be like the cheapest date because obviously like we've been together a very long time. So back in the high school days, it was like, let's go to McDonald's and enjoy this. And now it's like, oh yeah, I like really nice food and expensive hobbies and expensive equipment for all these expensive hobbies. And he had no idea what he was getting suckered into. What's your favorite firearm? That is a very hard question for me because I don't have like this is the one and only gun. I have like, what is your favorite gun for this purpose? Like my favorite concealed carry gun. I've been extremely happy with my Walther PPS M2. But then there's like, what's your favorite gun for dinosaur hunting? And then it's completely up in the air because what kind of dinosaurs are we hunting? Are we hunting big game? Are we hunting compies? Are we hunting birds? Do they have teeth? Are they armored? Is it like a triceratops? Do we need armor-piercing ammunition? Like you can go down a full rabbit hole on what your favorite gun is. So, what's your favorite full auto? Anyway, I don't have an answer to that. I shoot a lot of 9mm. I shoot a lot of 45. I shoot a lot of shotgun. I shoot a lot. That's the best I can give you. I love 45-70. That was gun of the day yesterday. Was a Marlin, beautiful gun. Marlin Trapper. If y'all don't know, Ruger bought Marlin, so this was one of the new ones. Few differences and stuff on it, but absolutely love that gun. I don't have one. I did get to shoot it at Primary Arms Range Day. Obsessed. And obviously Chris Pratt uses a Marlin in Jurassic World and the other movies. Jurassic Dominion, Marlin makes a reappearance. So pretty slick gun on my list of things I want. But that list is getting really long. Randall, Birmingham. Oh yeah, we've talked about this. You're not far from me at all. Barrett 50 cal would have to be on the top of my long bucket list. To shoot? You want to shoot one? There may be an opportunity for this. I will let you know as soon as some things are finalized. And on that little teaser, I will just let everybody else know that if you don't know, if you're new here, we have an event coming up October 14th and 15th. I haven't announced it anywhere else publicly except on lives. So y'all are all the first to know. But yeah, October 14th and 15th, machine gun shoot and gun show. Lot going on there. But yeah, as sponsors come on, I'll be announcing those as well. So hopefully there's some really cool things in the work, and maybe that can happen for you, Max, if you can make that event. But can't promise that yet, but I will keep you posted. Did you watch Hell in a Cell? I did not watch Hell in a Cell. I got a lot of catching up to do on things. Jake, what's up? Glad you're on here. Glad to see you back. Won't the dinosaurs in your backyard be a problem for your cats? I don't know how Phoebe does it, but she has evaded everything. But I did just get a whole bunch of game cameras, I got stealth and WGI game cameras. So I will be keeping an eye on what is actually hatching out of those eggs and whatnot. And fingers crossed, the cat will be fine. I won't lie, though. There was one situation we had that a poor cat. There was one situation I had where I went to check a duck house. This was a few years ago. I went to check a duck house, and there was a cat inside the back of the duck house. But it was one that basically the ducks will just kind of nest wherever they want to. So even though the duck house wasn't like in its spot that I wanted it to be, the duck had been going in and out of it. So I went to check it. There was a cat in there. And upon like getting the cat, I got the cat to turn around and figured out that something had eaten like the whole back half of this cat. It was horrible. It was such a horrible scene. So there is something out there. Don't know what it is, but we have all kinds of things out there, and unfortunately, everything eats ducks. And luckily, nothing has eaten my cat. She's a scrappy thing though, so she can take care of herself. So like I said, she's 12 and still going very strong. But there are things big enough to eat cats out there, so that's unfortunate. We have a lot of foxes too. Actually, when I found Thomas, so the Thomas origin story, if y'all are familiar with Thomas, he makes a lot of appearances on my Instagram. Funny cat. But Thomas actually was discovered. I have no idea where he came from, except that every now and then there's this really big orange cat that makes an appearance on the property, and I think that might be his dad. But Thomas, we went to check the chickens, and there was like this little orange puff of fur coming out of the chicken coop, and like obviously, first thought is, all right, game on. There's a fox in the hen house. Like that's what was going through my mind, and turns out it was like the most adorable little tiny kitten, which ended up being Thomas. Tried to find him a home too, and I had somebody that wanted him, but then they just like ghosted me for 3 months, and then he was big, so then nobody wanted him because he was big. But I wanted Thomas to go to a really good home because he's a beautiful cat and big and orange, and everybody wants an orange cat, right? Except me that wants a black cat. I don't know why. But yeah, anyway, so Thomas ended up being cute. We kept him. It's a little mind blank there where I started. I don't know what I was trying to say. Anyway, back to the comments because we got off on a Thomas rant. Was Nessie and I'm not going to give anything away about Jurassic World Dominion. I will say it wasn't exactly what I wanted out of the movie, but I thought it was entertaining. That's all I'm going to give you. Rachel, glad I made it in time. Richard, glad you jumped on here too. It's up to y'all whether you think this is awesome or not awesome, so I don't know how to answer that, but it was kind of a slow week for me. I updated everybody earlier that I ended up missing out on pretty much everything I had planned for this past weekend. I was hoping to get to see, or I was planning to get to see JMAC Customs up in Greenville, South Carolina, and I ended up sick, so I got to get myself well and ready for my road trip up to Iowa for Brownell, or for GunCon at Brownell's headquarters. That is my priority now. So we're like 1 week away from that, and I am so pumped. I have a remote control Panzer III tank that fires, and what in the world? How cool is that? If Joe Biden says you can only keep one gun tomorrow, I would have a lot of things lost in boating accidents is all I have to say about that. I can't even think like that. I don't even know what I would pick. Something good though, I'm sure. But yeah, there would be a good amount of boating accidents. Anybody remember seeing the news story about the guy like pulling, I can't remember if it was like 1 or 2 different Barretts out of like a canal in Florida or something. Dale, what's up? Glad you're on here. Got a couple of those tanks. How cool. I saw at Walmart. Good old Walmart. I saw at Walmart they had like a kid's tank that you can drive around and it shoots some kind of like ping pong balls or something. And I don't know why my brain works like this, but all I can think about is that I want to try to shoot like the little donut holes from Dunkin' Donuts. I want to see if it'll shoot those out of it. So there have been several times that I've been back and forth on the fence of, am I going to spend $350 on this tank or am I not? But if I do, it's obviously science because I will find out if I can shoot a donut hole out of it. And I feel like if enough people told me, yes, you need to do this, I would absolutely do it. But I would have to have some explaining. Anyway, but yeah, that's how my brain's working right now. Donut holes and little driving tanks. I also think that I think it would fit me in the tank. So I don't know. Obviously, my brain is still thinking about that. Oh, Cody, I forgot you got to shoot the Marlin too. How freaking cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I was really glad to see Ruger out there. And they were really cool people too. So I go back and forth because there were other guns that I really enjoyed shooting, and I really was excited about about the Hellion, and still again really enjoyed shooting that. But I think just because it's 45-70, I think the Marlin might be the favorite thing that I shot that day. Ruger. Oh, Patrick, you have a Ruger LCP too? Pretty cool. I have my first ever concealed carry gun was a Ruger LCP, and I still have it and I still use it. I won't say I love that gun, but it's really good for what it is, right? So, from me to my lamp right over there, like we're good to go. I'm definitely gonna hit my lamp if I needed to. Not, I'm trying to talk about like distance and whatnot, but anyway, for what it's for, it's perfect. And the fact, like, it doesn't have the greatest sights, it doesn't have the greatest trigger. It's really not like the most comfortable thing to shoot, but because the sights are like completely I don't know how to describe it. They're not good. Like they're pretty low and like hard to, if you're really trying to like precision shoot, you're not gonna be doing that with a Ruger LCP anyway. But they're rounded and they're smooth, and that means they don't catch on anything. So like sometimes when I really got to conceal something and I'm wearing something skimpy or something tight, like that Ruger LCP, I can hide that sucker anywhere. So I love it. I will never get rid of it. It was my first concealed carry gun. Yeah. I don't have a 2, but I don't have the LCP2. My dad has an LCP2, and then my husband actually just got the new LCP, which I got to also shoot at Primary Arms Range Day. So I was like, hey, babe, I got to shoot your gun before you did, technically, even though it's not the exact same gun because it wasn't his out there. But I was pretty excited that I got to pull the trigger on it. He just recently came home from a work trip and was like, hey, look what I picked up. So Josiah, thank you so much. This is the, oh, he said he liked my hat, by the way. But this is the Knob Creek hat from the finale year. I don't know why, but I just really like their hats. And obviously had to get the one from the last shoot. So me and my daughter like Jurassic World, saw it yesterday. It could have been better, but it wasn't bad as it could have been. Yeah, like I said, so my expectations for it, I don't want to go too much into this because like I said, I want to make sure that the people that want to see it go see it because they want to see it and don't like listen too much to my critiques or praises. But it was entertaining. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. Make a video of you shooting donut holes and post it. Okay. All right, sold. Thanks, guys. I guess I'm going to Walmart. I really do actually want to do that, though. It's not a precision firearm. Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming you're relating back to the LCP. Yeah, it's not a precision firearm, but it's good for what it is. Love the OG LCP2. Perfect for what it is. Yes, I absolutely think so, too. Knob Creek. Yes, Knob Creek. It's Knob Creek. How could you not get the hat? Yeah. So this is actually my first hat I've ever gotten from Knob Creek. But I have all the shirts from every range day that I went to, except for, so I mean, I won't lie either. I had to order the 50th or the finale shirt online because they sold out like in the first few hours, from what I remember from the finale. So pretty crazy. Yeah, wild. But I was really, when I was ordering my shirt, I was like, I kind of need a hat. So that's how I ended up with this. Because why not? One thing I'd like to know is where the woolly mammoth clones that scientists said they'd bring back. Hey, I'm looking for them too. I saw some article about like another dinosaur that was discovered in Egypt recently too. At least I thought it said recently. I tried to read the article, but it was a little bit confusing. And then it was like hopping back and forth between that discovery and then like something from 2018. But super interesting. I always try to keep a pretty open mind when it comes to dinosaurs because scientists and experts like to say they're scientists and experts and know everything about dinosaurs. But really, when you think about it, like we know as much as we know, but the rest is all theory. So the whole whether you believe dinosaurs had feathers or didn't have feathers, it's all theory. And that's as far as I'm going to go into that. We all had to order the 50th shirt. Yeah, I thought that was crazy though, but I was really glad to see that many people show up, but also really hated sitting in traffic for like 4 hours the first day. Friday for the machine gun shoot at Knob Creek, the finale, that is, we sat in traffic for like 4 hours. So the next day we were shooting the subgun match. We were freaking out thinking that we were going to miss our match. So we left the hotel at 4 a.m. and we got to the parking lot. We still had to sit to get in. We got to the parking lot at like 5. And then so I slept in the car for like 2.5 hours and then started getting ready. Thank goodness my dad has a truck that has like normal outlets in it. Because like I said, I got ready in the car. Put donuts in a cannon. You could absolutely put donuts in a cannon. I've been trying to think. I've really been wanting to do. I started a series. I haven't started posting it yet. I've been trying to edit videos so I can like bump them. There's a lot of videos I want to do. It's just timing. But I've been working on a flamethrower series. So I've also been thinking about a cannon series, and maybe donuts need to be on there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. Adam, that's how movies work nowadays. They show what they can. So the crazy thing to me is I actually thought the preview. So a lot of times they show previews or trailers for a movie, and the trailers like give everything away, right? Like they show you can pretty much sum the movie up in the preview or the trailer. But with Jurassic World Dominion, I actually thought that the trailer was better than the movie, but didn't give anything about the movie away, or at least the original trailer that came out in February. Because I saw the trailer that was saying now playing, and that one told you a lot more about the actual movie than the original one in February did. So I'm almost wondering too if maybe they had. I think originally Jurassic World was supposed to come out in 2021, and so I think they had an extra year to edit, and I'm wondering if that like messed them up somehow, or if they had like 3 different directors trying to decide what they wanted to do. I also said I wasn't going to say what my opinions were, so obviously it's not too hard to get me to talk about this movie because all you have to do is ask questions and I just start opening up about it. But yeah. Life goal, open my own Knob Creek but with tannerite zombies. How cool would that be? That's something that I loved about, I mean, they didn't do it for the whole shoot, but for at least the subgun, they always had some kind of really cool theme. And one year it was zombies. There wasn't any tannerite though, but they did have like a full zombie course that you were running. If you go back through my videos, I have most of them documented, but they had like Scooby-Doo, they had like a landing craft and like important roles where subguns made a difference, I think was the course. They've had the Star Wars one was super cool. If you're gonna go look at any of the matches, definitely go look at the Star Wars. There was a Dutch one. There's been a lot of really cool courses. But yeah, I could see having like a full Knob Creek be themed would be really cool. I think it'd be pretty cool. What's up? All the way from Brazil. Thanks for hopping on. I got me on quite a few tangents talking about tanks and donut holes tonight. That was definitely a new one, but I don't know. My mind is still kind of going around there. So if in the next few days you see that I buy a child's tank and a bunch of donut holes from what's it called, Dunkin' Donuts, then have you got your reloading setup started yet? So no, I talked about this last week, and then more packages showed up. My love-hate relationship with FedEx, it's still going strong, but no, I actually have one of them here too. Well, I think it might be too big to pull up here, but I have, what is this thing? I have the tumbler right here. It got here today, and then everything has been kind of trickling in. So last week, some of the ammo that I actually loaded when I was on site at Gunsight for the reloading event with Frankfurt Arsenal arrived last week, and then some of the equipment started showing up. I am trying to think. I probably won't actually get everything set up for like another month, just because of like the travel that I do have coming up and trying to get my office finished. Lord willing, my desk will show up in that amount of time because I am ready to have my own office. I'm ready to have it built, especially with everything we have coming up with planning this machine gun shoot in October. But no, I have not gotten it set up yet, but everything is kind of trickling in, so I should have everything to set up my reloading station very soon. And I'm already thinking about what else I can add to it, because I'm definitely going to want something that can mass communicate a little more than just a single press. But I might be getting ahead of myself. I need to make sure, I need to go back and review and maybe call Gavin and get a crash course on what all I probably already forgot from our course that we just had in May. But yeah, bought my tank on eBay for $250. You'll have to, okay, Adam, I need to see some of these things that you're talking about. I need to know which tank you got. And will yours shoot donuts, or do I need to get this one from Walmart and test it for science? Chris, what machine gun shoot in October? Chris, I guess you have not been on any of the other lives in the past. We've got a machine gun shoot coming up October 14th and 15th at the Sawmill in South Carolina. I've only talked about it on lives here so far, but by the end of the week, I should have everything sent out to companies. And I have a Facebook page and Instagram page set up, but there's nothing on there because I just finalized the logo yesterday. But yeah, we've got a machine gun shoot coming up in October. Pretty freaking excited. Obviously, nothing will ever be in Knob Creek, but while it is not around, I want something that will carry on at least the spirit of it. So we've got a machine gun shoot and gun show, and it's going to be amazing. At least I hope so. Julio, thank you. I am having a great day. It was a long day. I think I've mentioned this several times now, but I drove back from North Carolina, from Greensboro. Love that area. Drove back from Greensboro this morning. Don't love the drive back 85 south, anything south of Charlotte, because the roads are horrible. But it's a good day. Glad I'm home. The rabbits are glad I'm home. All the animals are glad I'm home. So yeah, it's a good day. Chris, yeah, definitely keep an eye out for it. I will be talking about it as much as possible to anybody that'll listen for the next 4 months. So hopefully y'all don't get tired of hearing me talk about it. But we do have quite a few really fun things in the works. We're going to be doing a subgun match as well. I got to figure out all the logistics for that, but I'm talking to a really good group of people, and I'm just really excited to see what all can happen with this. And just like I said, to see something carry on at least the spirit of what Knob Creek was. So yeah. Sorry, trying to catch up on comments. Adam, you tried a progressive press once and you went back to a single stage. Is there any reason that you decided to go back to a single? Was it just, or, I mean, I'm kind of looking for feedback because I'm a little new to reloading. So if there's a reason you went back, I'd love to know. You did not have to use your AK. Today was a good day. Yeah, yes, absolutely. JC, where are you at? Greensboro. Greensboro is in a really good spot in North Carolina. North of Charlotte. I'm trying to think of what else is close by. My husband's like super familiar with that area, so he like knows every map and like every road around there. So if he was watching this, he'd probably be cringing at me not knowing. But they have like a really cool science center there that I'm excited to go back and visit at some point. Clover, South Carolina. I know there's a Greensboro, South Carolina too. I don't know if maybe that's the one that's close to you. But Greensboro, North Carolina is north. I don't know. Not sure. But I mean, it's only like an hour and 20 minutes from Charlotte, so which is pretty close to South, like right on the edge of South Carolina. So maybe it is close to you. And there is a Greensboro, Georgia. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of cities that overlap. Like we've got a Fayetteville, Georgia, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Fayetteville, Arkansas, probably Fayetteville everywhere else. But yeah, anybody else have anything like crazy exciting happening in this last week? If not, I'm probably gonna wrap this up tonight. I got a big meeting in the morning about the machine gun shoot actually, so I'm gonna try to go to bed at a decently normal hour and try to be fresh for that. On my toes. Couple of reasons. I don't shoot volume to justify it, and it was real finicky. Well, then that would definitely make sense. For like precision rifle stuff, I will probably only load that on the single stage press, unless I can figure out a reason that I shouldn't. But I really liked being able to like weigh everything out individually and do it myself. And like I said, precision rifle. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to kind of see where I go with reloading, but keep the gun of the days coming. Absolutely. I don't even remember what day it is. We're like 160 something days in, and I don't plan on stopping. So gun of the days will live on at least through the end of the year. And then next year, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for next year and how to break it down. Cause I'd like to incorporate it more into my YouTube channel too. And maybe actually show y'all like shooting some of these guns. But yeah, working on that. Josiah, that sounds like a conversation I would have with my mom. RC Battletech 1/16 scale. Cool. I will definitely look that up, Adam. But yeah, okay. Well, I am going to wrap this up here, guys. I so appreciate you all jumping on here with me. Again, another Tuesday. I won't lie. I was kind of tired right before I was going to get on here, and I tried to talk myself into going live tomorrow instead of tonight. And my husband was like, no, you need to get on there and be consistent. So I listened to him and then had my whole earring situation and that bloody mess. And that's why I don't do jewelry. But sorry, I had to do one more ramble before I jumped off here. But anyway, like I said, I hope you've all had a great week. Look forward to talking to y'all every Tuesday. Next week will definitely look different than this week, than any of the last weeks have, because we will be on the road and we will be en route to Iowa. So pretty excited for that. Maybe we'll even have something to share from our adventures at Dixie Gun Works or wherever we stop at in between. So a lot going on. Should be a great week. Next week too, that gives y'all like 2 weeks, right? So this past week and this coming up week to see Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Dominion. So I will talk about it next week in detail. So if you can see it before then and talk about it with me, I would love that. I'll also, like I said, I'm going to be seeing Top Gun this coming up weekend for Father's Day. So yeah, we will have quite a bit to discuss. I'm really excited about Top Gun now that it's the next on my list to see. Also, I've had way too much popcorn this past 2 weeks from all the movies that I've been going to. But that's a whole problem all on its own. Thanks again for jumping on here, and I will talk to y'all next Tuesday. Check you later. Good night, guys.